On. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network following the CCL All-Star break. 17-12 Crawdads hosting the first place 20-13 Sonoma Stompers. Casey, a big contest. Both teams within a game of each other in the CCL North. The last 2 weeks of the season on the horizon. This contest means a whole lot. 3-game set between these two teams this weekend. What does Walnut Creek have to do to win this one?
Yeah, well, they're coming off a few days, like you said, without having a game. So really have to settle back in, remember what matters, what's at stake. Like you mentioned, only one game separating these teams. The North has been very close this season. Crawdads, of course, have had a rocky road, but they're coming off a big win over Menlo Park, the first time they beat the Legends all year, and now stand just one game back of the Stompers. Whereas the Stompers, coming off some big wins, but also missing some pieces in the lineup. So we'll have to see how they stand in and adjust to that today.
Absolutely. Nathan Nino, the man on the hill for Walnut Creek, making his second start of the season. First time he started, he went 5 innings, just 1 hit allowed against 18 batters faced, striking out 4. On the season, Nino, a 4.59 ERA in 7 appearances. We'll face a whole lot of lefties in the Sonoma order today. Hyun Han, Max Handren, Cameron Hegeman leading things off, 2 lefties and a righty. Then Paul Lazul, Connor Poloski, Anthony Shepler, Trent Keys, Ben Sebastiani, Kieran Baker. Here's Han, 250 hitter with Sonoma this season. Pitcher and hitter. The first offering to him, a strike on the outer third. 99 mile an hour fastball. 4:02 first pitch. Nino, the Pacific Tiger, looks in. The 0-1 offering to Han. Fastball runs outside again, 89 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Han, the Los Medanos College guy. Pittsburgh native has pitched 7 times for the Stompers and has batted in 14. 1 extra base hit, 9 hits total. Takes another strike on the inner third. 3 straight fastballs from Nathan Nino, guy who loves to go with the heater.
Yeah, attacking Han, a guy who's been really hot lately. 6 hits his last 2 games. Guy of South Korean descent, trying to find a D1 opportunity, uncommitted right now.
The 1-2 to Han. Fastball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Han, a rising junior, like you mentioned, looking for a new place to play his collegiate ball. Still got 2 years of eligibility left. Pittsburgh native ready in the left-handed batter's box. The 2-2 from Nino. Breaking ball chopped foul on the first base side. Defensively for Walnut Creek, a little bit of a different look. Joey Donnelly at first, Ryan Ellis at second, Nico DeFazio playing short, and Cam Calvillo at third. Riley Leininger in left, Trey Johnson in center field, and Cam Taylor in right field. Brandon Clisby, the catcher. Nino's 2-2. Fastball just misses the outer third. Full count to Hyun Han.
Really trying the fastball. We know Nino has a good pitch mix, some good velo on his fastball. But again, has to find the zone here if he wants to stay out of trouble.
Absolutely, that's been the tale of the season for Nathan Nino. The payoff from him. Swing and a miss. Blows a fastball past Han at 91 miles an hour.
Good first showing from Nathan Nino, guy who's had an up and down year, but has been better as of late.
Absolutely. Has allowed just 2 earned runs in his last 3 appearances. That one, his 19th strikeout on the season, dished out to Han. Now he'll face the left-handed shortstop, Max Handren. Another dangerous bat. First offering, breaking ball outside. Handren, a rising graduate at Cal Berkeley, has appeared in 12 games for the Stompers this season. 426. The 1-0 from Nino. Slow breaking ball outside again. 2 balls and no strikes. Handren, 8 hits in his last 2 games against the Legends and the Merchants. As he grounds one over to Joey Donnelly, his teammate at Cal. Donnelly flips over to Nino for the out.
Few Cal Bears playing today across the board.
Yeah, a little Cal connection there as we saw. But there's 2 down in the top of the first. Sonoma trying to get something started early in this game. We've seen early scoring be the difference between these 2 teams. Walnut Creek leads the season series 3-2 as Cam Hageman, the center fielder, steps in. The first offering a strike to him. Nino continuing to dial up the heat early in this one against Hageman, the Ohlone College man. Fouls another offering to the right, out of play, 0-2.
Good approach from Nino early, attacking the strike zone, not being afraid to kind of tell it how it is.
Now the 0-2 to Hegeman. Fastball outside and away. 92 miles an hour there. Hegeman, a .352 hitter at Ohlone. He's played in 14 games for Sonoma this summer. .267 average. The 1-2 to him. Nino delivers a slider outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hegeman hits in back-to-back games. Had 2 in his last game on Sunday. The 2-2 from Nino. Fastball on the outer third, called strike 3. 90-mile-an-hour heater gets a frozen Cam Hegeman, and Nino retires the first 3 stompers he sees in order. We'll head to the bottom half of the frame. Walnut Creek trying to take the lead early. Welcome back to the bottom of the first on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Scoreless ball game between the Sonoma Stompers and the Crawdads. Sean McBroom, the starter today for Sonoma, has made just 2 appearances on the season for the Stompers, a 2.84 ERA in both of those. He's gone 6 1/3 innings pitched total. And they'll face a pretty dangerous Walnut Creek Crawdads order today. KC full of 3 CCL All-Stars, including Joey Donnelly, Brandon Clisby, and Riley Leininger. But to lead things off, it's Ryan Ellis, the second baseman from the left side.
Yeah, a bit of a different lineup for the Crawdads, and Ellis, the guy who's really accustomed to playing at top of the order. We'll see how he table sets here early.
Ellis last played on Monday against the Legends, pinch hit, drove in a run. He's hitting .219 in 22 games. He's been a little bit quieter, dealing with a few nagging injuries. McBroom, the Los Medanos man, first offering to Ellis, flared into left field, and Baker comes on to make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Quick pitching so far, and I think a theme we'll see today is how these teams with the injuries and the lineup changes, how they respond.
Absolutely, both teams still fighting for the top spot in the North. So we've got less than 2 weeks to go. On the 2 spot, 1 down in the bottom of the first, it's Brandon Clisby, all-star catcher for Walnut Creek. .254 hitter in 15 games. He takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Clisby played his high school ball right here at Monte Vista. One of the best Mustangs in recent memory. The 0-1 hit the other way into right field. Keys comes on and puts the squeeze to it. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
I was going to say, good to see the Crawdads putting the ball in play and getting it to the outfield, but again, not much there yet.
No, not at all. Wind blowing pretty decently here, Casey, towards the left field side and in to the ballpark a little bit. So perhaps that one affected by it. Either way, 2 down for Joey Donnelly, one of the most dangerous hitters in the CCL. Like we mentioned, an all-star selection hitting here in the 3-hole. First offering to the former Cal Bear outside. Donnelly, 24 games played for Walnut Creek, .389 average, 20 runs driven in on 35 hits. 9 of those for extra bases. McBroom on the 1-0, a fastball outside. 2-0 to Donnelly. He's currently riding a 6-game hit streak. The 2-0 to McBroom, breaking ball well away. Looks like he lost his grip on it. 3 balls and no strikes to Donnelly, who went 0 for 1 in the All-Star game. Struck out and then was walked twice. The righty McBroom with the 3-0 to Donnelly. Ball 4 inside. First base runner of the day for either team. And with 1 aboard for Walnut Creek, it's Cam Calvillo in the 4 spot. Calvillo used to be an everyday player last season for Walnut Creek, now in his 4th year with the team. He split time at 3rd base with Riley Leininger. He's also played a bit of short and second base. Today hitting .231 in 15 games. McBroom, the rising junior, fires a fastball low. First offering to Calvillo. 1 ball and no strikes. Donnelly definitely a threat on the base path. 6 stolen bags on the season. A healthy lead at first here. The 1-0 to Calvillo. Breaking ball hit on the ground over to 3rd. Shepler collects, throws to 2nd, and they catch Donnelly for the out. So 4 up, 3 retired. We'll head to the top of the 2nd. Sonoma trying to take the lead right after this. We're back live for the top of the 2nd here in the Creek. 4-5-6 due up for the Sonoma Stompers. Paul Lazul, Connor Pelosi, Anthony Shepler facing Nathan Nino, who saw 3 and retired 3 in the top of the 1st. 2 strikeouts and 1 ground out for the righty hurler for the Crawdads. So here's Lazul playing first base. The first offering to him, a fastball in the dirt. 1-0. Lazul, one of the everyday players for Sonoma, 26 games played, in .234, 15 runs batted in. Big 6'3", 215-pound lefty. Trying to attack early. The 1-0. Fastball on the inner 3rd. Called a ball. 2-0 to the rising sophomore at Monterey Peninsula College. Nino has the call from Clisby. The 2-0. Ripped into straightaway center field. Trey Johnson moving to his right, and he puts it away. 1 down in the top of the 2nd. Nino cruising early.
Yeah, he is. And both pitchers have been. It's interesting to see. Both teams, obviously, with good pitching staffs.
Absolutely. Definitely the strengths of both the Crawdads and the Stompers. Here's Connor Pelosi, the 2nd right-hander of the day in the Stomper order. Playing catcher, the first offering to him. Slider clips the outer 3rd. 0-1. Poloski, the Bellarmine University man. Originally went to Chico State, then transferred to Butte College, where he played 2 seasons after not seeing any action with Chico. Another slider from Nino outside, 1-1. Career .325 hitter at Butte College, then this spring with Bellarmine. Played in 22 games, but struggled, hitting .130. The 1-1 to the Stompers catcher. Swing and a miss. 88-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer third. You know, locating well early in this one, Kasey. That's been the key to success for him throughout the season.
Yeah, how's that interesting leg kick? Kind of a slow delivery down the hill. Fools hitters.
Yeah, still finds lots of power, though. Here's the 1-2. Fastball in the opposite batter's box. 2-2 to Poloski. He's been kind of the mainstay behind the dish. Pretty solid defender. He's played in 18 games and good bat to boot. 16 runs batted in on 15 hits. 2-2. Poloski flares this one, shallow right field. Donnelly over from first to collect.
Both teams just been weak contact to the outfield across the board.
Indeed. Both teams will definitely take it, though. A little bit short-staffed. Stompers missing a couple of guys, namely Colton Boardman in the leadoff spot. So for Walnut Creek, John Ewan's not with the team at the moment. Definitely a significant loss.
Brady Shannon as well for the Stompers, leads the league in RBIs.
And home runs, indeed. First offering to Shepler, the lefty third baseman, fouled away. So both teams trying to make do with some different rosters. 2 down in the top of the second. 0-1 count to Shepler, the Ohio State man. You know, kicks and delivers. Breaking ball slapped through for a base hit, the first one of the game, to shallow right field.
Finally breaks the silence, and if Shepler's getting hits for you, that's a good sign. They need depth, and he's not a guy who typically plays every day.
No, 23 games played. This one his 24th, but like you mentioned, not an everyday guy. First runner aboard for Sonoma, and now it's Trent Keys up with 2 down. 2 straight lefties here that Nino's got to take care of. Keys, another guy who plays a lot, but struggling a bit this season at the dish. 185 average. First offering to him. Fastball runs inside. You know, from the stretch for the first time today. See how he handles that new motion. Fresno native, played 2 seasons at the local community college, Fresno City. Then transferred to the Pacific, where he played this spring. As Keys lines this one straight over to Calvillo at third. Calvillo barely has to move his feet, so now we'll head to the bottom of the second. Crawdads trying to break the scoreless game open right after this. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning between the Stompers and the Crawdads. Sean McBrome trying to go through another scoreless inning, but he'll face 5, 6, 7 for Walnut Creek. Cam Taylor, Riley Leininger, Joe Coupland. Taylor, the former Eastern Kentucky guy, rising junior in the portal. It's been rather productive for Walnut Creek this summer, Kasey. 19 games, 226 average, 9 runs driven in. Pair of long balls for Taylor as well. First off into the lefty. High pop-up in foul territory, now out of play on the left side.
Yeah, I don't want to find that production he had earlier in the year where it seemed like he was driving the ball to the gap every time.
Absolutely. Last time Taylor played was Sunday, July 13th against the Legends. He went 2 for 5, pair of singles, a strikeout. Swings and fouls the 0-1 back. 0-2 to Cam Taylor. Looking for his 4th different college in the transfer portal. At this point, one of just a handful of Crawdads who have yet to commit. The 0-2 to him. Fastball inside. 1-2 to Cam Taylor. Struggled at Eastern Kentucky. Year before that was dominant at Andrew College. As he slaps the 1-2 into left field, Baker is on for the catch. Crawdads have lined most of their hits into the shallow outfield today, Kasey. Sign of good contact, but nothing's landed.
Yeah, still without a hit, and like you said, they've been getting the bat to the ball, but I think McBroom has got to be really happy with how this has started.
Absolutely. He'll take that against a potent order, which continues here. Riley Leininger, one of the hottest bats for Walnut Creek up. Leininger 9 for his last 16 the past 5 games. First offering to him, a strike on the outer third. Leininger earned himself an all-star selection, partly because of his monster last 5 games. The 0-1 to him, check swing, fastball high. Peel to third says he did not go around. So now Leininger has brought his average up to 268 on the season in 26 games after hovering around 200 the majority of the season. The 1-1 from McBroom. Leininger swings and misses. 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Leininger had 3 doubles, a triple, and 5 runs driven in that 5-game stretch. The 1-2 to him. High fly ball, center field. Hegman moving over to his right, and he puts the glove to it. Two down in the bottom of the second for Joe Coupland, the designated hitter today for Walnut Creek. Coupland has been in the lineup a little more of late, Kasey. Had a big stretch where he didn't play as a position player. From June 5th to 13th, he did not play, but now getting another start in the DH spot. First offering to Coupland, slow breaking ball on the outer third, strike 1. Coupland 11 games as a batter, hitting 154. Does have 4 hits on the year, 2 of them for extra bases. The 0-1 fouled back into the seats, out of play. Quickly 0-2, Sean McBroom, making quick work of the Crawdad order.
Yeah, he is, and he's pounding the zone. I mean, Nino is as well. It's just obviously the results have been there a little bit more.
McBroom covers his face, has the offering here. Turns and fires the 0-2. Fastball upstairs at 85 miles an hour. Coupland, the Chabot Gladiator, rising sophomore there with the team in Hayward. 0-2 to him. Line foul on the ground, third base side. Coupland played in 38 games as a hitter. Batted .265 with Chabot in the spring. 31 runs driven in. 1-0. High fly ball into left field. Baker moving over to his right at the foul territory line, and he puts it away. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the second for Walnut Creek. We'll head to the top of the third. Sonoma trying to get some runs across. We're back for the top of the third on the Crawdad Streaming Network. 8-9-1 due up for Sonoma. Ben Sebastiani, Kieran Baker, and Hir-Yoon Han will all see at-bats. Sebastiani, the right-handed second baseman, obviously leading it off against Nathan Nino, the effective righty thus far for Walnut Creek. First offering to the Sonoma native. Fastball below the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. Sebastiani, a rising sophomore at Marin Community College. Played 9 games there this spring. The 1-0 fastball on the outer third. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He struggled this year. Hasn't had a hit since 9 games ago. That was back in late June.
Would love to see one here. The 1-1 from Nino. Check swing. He went around. Filthy slider with a lot of break there.
It's kind of miraculous. You look at a lot of the batting averages for the Stompers. A lot of them under 200 right now.
Need to try and turn that around here. The 1-2 high chopper over to second. Ellis collects, throws to Donnelly for the out.
I think their bottom 4 guys all have averages under 200. So it's going to be really interesting to see how depth comes into play and how it steps up.
I can, in fact, confirm that, Casey. A good spot. So bottom of the order, definitely important here in a tight contest, at least what looks to be.
For Sonoma, the left fielder, number 12, Kieran Baker.
Well, here's Baker playing his first game since July 6th. First offering to him. Soft ground ball to short. DeFazio collects and throws for the out. Couple of quick ground outs here for Nathan Nino. Now he's faced the lineup 1 full time.
Really good job through the first part of the order. Or the order the first time, rather.
Absolutely just the 1 base runner allowed. That was Shepler with a single. 2 outs in the second. As the lineup turns over, it's Hir-Yoon Han, the designated hitter from the left side. And lefty or righty hasn't really mattered a whole lot against Nino. He's been good at throwing to both. Han struck out his first time against Nino. Love to see a different outcome here. The first offering, fastball called strike on the inner third. Much slower delivery there from Nino. Looks like trying to vary up his timing a little bit. Throw off the hitters. The 0-1 to Han. Slider upstairs. 1-1. Nino struggled quite a bit this season at the Pacific, trying to get a really good summer in with Walnut Creek and head back to the Tigers. Bit of a changed pitcher at a 13.81 ERA and 17 appearances this spring. The 1-1 to Han. 2-seamer runs outside. You know, 2 seasons at Fresno City College, made 11 appearances as a sophomore. Fires 2-1 upstairs again. 3 balls and 1 strike to Hir-Yoon Han. 2 down in the top of the third. Stompers would love a 2-out rally here. Crawdads trying to shut it down. The 3-1 from Nino. Fastball called a strike on the inner third. Han thought that was ball 4.
Good recovery again from Nino. He's done a really good job in these kind of high leverage situations this year.
You know, when it matters most, you know, a guy who's a true competitor. The payoff. Fastball fouled away, out of play in the left side. So we'll do 3-2 once again. You know, started this spring at University of Pacific as a starter, but obviously noted his struggles, transitioned to more of a bullpen role, where he was much more effective. Swing and a miss on the payoff offering from Nathan Nino. 90-mile-an-hour heater at the knees. 3 innings, just 1 base runner for Nathan Nino. Continues to look dominant here on this fine Friday afternoon. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Crawdads trying to get a hit. We're back for the bottom of the third here at Monte Vista High School. Crawdads Stompers still scoreless. 8-9-1, 2 up for Walnut Creek. Trey Johnson, Nico DeFazio, Ryan Ellis. Johnson, the lefty center fielder, now the first at-bat in this inning against Sean McBroom, who's been rather effective. Just one base runner allowed for him all day. That one a walk to Joey Donnelly in the first. First offering to Johnson. Fastball well outside. 1-0. Johnson up and down this season, started red hot. He had 357 in his first 5 games. The 1-0 fouled back. Then his next 5 went 2 for 24 from June 13th to 25th, but since June 26th, he is 9 for 27 in his last 10 games. Had a 5-game hit streak going. Takes one up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. So now in totality, Johnson 20 games, 238 hitter. Does have 13 runs driven in though. 2-1 from McBroom. Low and away. Johnson, a Brentwood native, moved over to the Walnut Creek area. Spent a lot of time going to Crawdads games. 3-1, a fastball in the opposite batter's box, ball 4.
Good eye there from Trey. And it'll be interesting to see where he kind of fits his role in these next few games rather. Started off as a leadoff guy, trying to find a home right now on this roster.
Yeah, it's been up and down all the order, and now a bit of a depth conundrum in the outfield, so likely to see some more time playing center field. Crawdads have lost a couple of outfielders. Anyways, here's DeFazio, his first at-bat of the game. Flared into shallow left field. Baker comes on, puts it away. Johnson retreats back to first.
I mean, they're letting McBroom kind of have it easy, recently with how little he's been able to have to pitch. So we'll see how that changes.
Yeah, Crawdads might want to be a little more patient. Force McBroom to make some better pitches. Either way, the lineup turns anew. Ryan Ellis up with 1 on, 1 down. Ellis lined out to left field in his first at-bat. Johnson a big lead at first. McBroom throws back, not in time. Ellis, the 3rd-year Crawdad at the dish. Last played for the team in 2023. He hit .328 in 23 games. First offering a breaking ball outside. Looping slider there from McBroom. Should Ellis get aboard? Brandon Clisby up next. Another throwback to first. The tag from Lazul not in time. So 1 ball and no strikes at the plate to Ryan Ellis. Guy who's also bounced around collegiately. Out of Peoria, Arizona. Went to St. Mary's up here right out of high school. The 1-0 to him. Fastball upstairs. After his season at St. Mary's, Ellis became a mainstay at UT Arlington in 2024. He's technically a redshirt sophomore. Played in 54 games. 289 average. And didn't play this spring collegiately. 2-0 fastball. Called a strike on the inner third. So Ellis stayed at UT Arlington, got his degree. Now has another year of eligibility left to play some more baseball, a game he truly loves. The 2-1 to the second baseman. Not close, outside.
McBroom starting to maybe flail a tiny bit, not getting ahead in counts as much.
Perhaps a little bit of an adjustment too from Walnut Creek. Batters being a little more patient. McBroom kicks and delivers the 3-1. Ball 4 upstairs. So 2 walks here in the bottom of the third for Walnut Creek. Runner in scoring position the first time today for Brandon Clisby and the Crawdads. Pitch coach Mike Nunez coming out for Sonoma. He'll talk to McBroom on the hill. Clisby, the Alamo native, like we mentioned, played his high school ball right here. The 2024 East Bay Area League Offensive Player of the Year. First team EBAL honors as well as a senior, where he hit .455 in 27 games. Clisby played 44 career games at the varsity level. Hit .397 in that span. Originally went to New Mexico State, where he still is, but did not play as a freshman. Suffered a knee injury in the fall of 2024, which prevented him from playing this spring. So we'll head back there with fellow Crawdad Braden Barnes, battery duo for New Mexico State, entering the next collegiate season of baseball. Mound visit over. McBroom working with 2 on. Appears at second. The first delivery to Clisby. High fly ball out of play on the right side. 0-1 count to the Crawdad catcher. Clisby's last game, he went 0 for 5 against the Legends when they came to play the Crawdads right here in Monte Vista. The 0-1 offering. Belted into straightaway center field. Hegeman going back. He'll camp under it at the warning track. Johnson tagging from second. He'll move to third. Ellis stays put at first. Runners on the corners, 2 down for Joey Donnelly.
It's a guy you want to have up in a deadlock type of game. Really good piece of hitting there for Clisby.
Absolutely well struck into the deepest part of the field here at Monte Vista. Wind blowing straight in, probably robbed him of an extra base hit. But either way, it's Clisby's fellow Crawdad All-Star, Joey Donnelly, up. 2 runners still aboard. Donnelly, after 4 seasons at Cal Berkeley, committed to Fordham on June 30th. McBroom's first offering to the lefty, a fastball well outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Donnelly, who is 3rd in the entire league in batting average. Also tied for 3rd in home runs. The 1-0 to the do-it-all man, Donnelly. Breaking ball outside again. Broom's been very careful pitching to Donnelly, walked him in the first inning. This at-bat has gone 2 straight outside pitches. You know, Donnelly loves to swing at the first strike he sees. Another breaking ball outside. 3 balls and no strikes. At this point, why not just intentionally walk Donnelly?
Yeah, it's not a horrible idea with base open at second.
Or if you're not going to pitch to him, at least do it at the beginning of the at-bat. McBroom with the 3-0. Donnelly takes a fastball for a strike on the outer third.
I think he has the green light here, certainly.
Oh, definitely a runner in scoring position. Got to try and get something across here. Deadlocked ball game, 0-0. The 3-1 to Donnelly. Ball 4 outside. 2 walks on the day for Joey Donnelly, and it loads the bases for Cam Calvillo in the cleanup spot.
Yeah, and McBroom really losing his command. That's now 3 walks in the inning, 4 on the day. Have to wonder where his head's at this moment. Bases loaded in a critical game.
Absolutely. About 10 games left in CCL play for both teams. Top 3 teams in the CCL North and the CCL South will make the playoffs. Stompers and the Crawdads trying to be one of those teams. Broom's first pitch to Calvillo, high fly ball, right center field. Keys moving to his right, puts it away on 1 pitch. So the Crawdads strand the bases loaded in the bottom of the third, well to the top of the fourth. Sonoma trying to get on board for the first time today. Welcome back to the top of the fourth on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Stompers and Crawdads knotted up at 0. 2-3-4 due up for Sonoma. Max Handren, Cam Hegeman, Paul Lazul. Nathan Nino trying to get through 4 innings of work. Casey, he's been spotless, just a 1 base runner allowed. A single back in the second to Anthony Shepler. Handren, the left-handed shortstop, trying to get things going. Nino's first offering to him, fastball up and away. Handren grounded over to Donnelly at first, his first at-bat. Nino's 1-0 delivery. Another fastball high, middle of the zone horizontally. 2 balls and no strikes to Handren. Guy who's on a 10-game hitting streak. The 2-0. Fastball at the letters, called a strike. Handren 3 for 5 in his last game. That was July 13th against the Alameda Merchants. Day before that was 5 for 6 against the Menlo Park Legends in that 17-13 victory. The 2-1 fastball away. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Without Handren, I don't know where the Stompers team would be right now. I think they'd be searching for anything, but he's a guy who can make them a playoff contender just by being at the top of the order.
Absolutely, he is a catalyst. Can drive runs in, can be the guy to score as the first one aboard. 3-1 from Nino, below the knees. So a leadoff walk, just the second base runner Nino has allowed. First walk of the day for him. It's exactly what you want to do, though, if you're Max Handren. That's his 10th walk of the year. Brings up Cam Hegeman in the 3 spot. No one out here in the top of the fourth. First offering to Hegeman, the slider called a strike on the outer third. No balls and 1 strike to the starting center fielder for Sonoma.
Really good defender, Hegeman is. That's why he gets that nod.
Yeah, plenty of speed. We saw him catch up to that deep shot from Clisby. Pass ball to Clisby. The throw gets away from Ellison DeFazio, moves into center field. Either way, it's a stolen bag for Handren. One and one at the dish to Hegeman. Struck out looking to end the top of the first. That was just his 15th strikeout of the summer. The 1-1 from Nino, fastball in the opposite batter's box. Hegeman hits in back-to-back games, was 2 for 5 against the Merchants on the 13th, and 1 for 4 against the Legends the day before that. Nino with the 2-1, swing and a miss. 78-mile-an-hour slider. Deceptive stuff from the righty hurler Nathan Nino thus far. Runner in scoring position, no one out here in the top of the fourth. The 2-2 to Hegeman. Popped up, shallow infield. Donnelly over from first, puts it away.
After giving up the leadoff guy, and then of course the advance to second. Good to see Nino get that quick out. Nothing damageful at all.
Absolutely. Pretty much everything he's allowed is soft contact. That one, no exception there. Still a man in scoring position for Paul Lazul. First baseman lined out to center field in the second. Lazul, the Oak Park native, to get some damage through here. Fires a 2-seamer upstairs and away. 1 ball and no strikes on Lazul. Opportunity for the first baseman to grab his 16th RBI of the season. 6 extra base hits on the year for Lazul. Looks to second. The 1-0. Fastball well inside. Lazul has to get his legs out of the way. 2 balls and no strikes. Handren with speed over at second. Nino's 2-0 pitch well outside. Clisby has to leap over and snag it. 3 balls, no strikes to Paul Lazul. Nathan Nino looked really stellar entering this inning and struggling to find the zone a little bit right now.
One thing both pitchers kind of have in common right now, both these teams.
The 3-0 fastball down the middle, strike 1. That's what you needed there if you were Nino.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to give away bags, and they already allowed the stolen second base, and a little bit of a pickle right now with only 1 out.
The 3-1 to Lazul, runner goes. Clisby, the throw to third base, pops out of Calvillo's glove. So it's a stolen base and a walk.
That's a great jump from Handren both times, and critical walk, or excuse me, stolen base again.
Absolutely. There's now runners on the corners, just 1 out in the top of the 4th. Sonoma, prime opportunity to get a run across here and take the lead. This will be Connor Poloski with the opportunity for the run batted in. Guy who's got 16 already this summer for Sonoma in 18 games. First offering to him, a ball. Outside and slightly up. 1-0 to the Bellarmine man. San Jose native, a rising redshirt senior. Nino's 1-0 offering, up and away yet again. 2 balls and no strikes. Bit of action for Walnut Creek in the bullpen. Looks like Edward Saeed up and throwing into the pen. 2-0 from Nino. Fastball inside yet again. 3 balls and no strikes to Connor Poloski, the catcher.
He wants to locate the fastball tactically, but he just keeps missing in or outer. Not really a height issue, all things considered, but location.
3-0 fastball, called a strike. High 80s velo there. Another good recovery pitch from Nino. He has to be careful, walked Lazul. Only 1 open bag. The 3-1, ball 4 upstairs. 2-seamer runs up. Now 3 walks in this inning. Bases are loaded for Anthony Shepler, the third baseman, the guy who has the only hit on the day between both teams.
Yeah, and that's now 6 walks combined in this past full inning. Top of the 4th, bottom of the 3rd, you add both up. 6 walks. I mean, command has just been a huge issue across the board.
And now here comes pitching coach for Walnut Creek, Dustin Cheney, after the brief battery meeting. Cheney and Nino obviously have something to talk about here. Shepler raised his average a little bit with that single in the 2nd. Entered today hitting 172 on the season in 23 games. Novato, California native, a rising sophomore at Ohio State. Only played in 4 games with the Buckeyes, though. Mound visit over. Clisby back behind the dish. Nino ready to go. Bases juiced. Handren at 3rd, Lazul at 2nd, Poloski at 1st. Shepler, a huge RBI opportunity to break this game open. Nino's first delivery to the lefty. High fly ball, shallow center field. Shallow left center, excuse me. Leininger over, puts it away. Big throw into the cutoff man, DeFazio at short, but 1 run will score. That's Handren on the tag. Stompers lead 1-0.
Tough for Leininger because he made a really good throw into the cutoff, but that flyout kind of caught him off his heels a little bit. So he didn't have enough momentum to have any chance of gunning down the runner.
Yeah, Leininger, typically an infielder, a little bit of a different position there, obviously in left. Had trouble setting the feet and having an immediate throw. Either way, 2 down, still 2 aboard for Trent Keys, right fielder for Sonoma. Nino delivers this one, flared into shallow center field, down for a base hit. Runner from 2nd coming through, he'll score. And they'll hold Poloski at 3rd. An RBI single for Trent Keys. Stompers up 2-0.
To be a dagger for Nino, because he obviously allows the sac fly, and then what should have been maybe out number 3, just weak contact in the outfield, giving up another run.
Yeah, jammed Keys in on the hands, but able to muscle it through to the outfield for a hit.
Second baseman, Ben
Runners at the
Sebastiani.
corners for Ben Sebastiani, the second baseman. Grounded out to second, his first at bat. RBI opportunity for the 6'2", 180-pound Sonoma native. First offer from Nino, a slider well outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Sebastiani. The 1-0 fastball at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sebastiani, his 20th game now for Sonoma. He's now had 28 at-bats on the season, just 3 hits. The 1-1 outside. Lowski at third, Keys at first. Right-hander Kieran Baker up next, should Sebastiani get aboard. 2-1 fastball misses. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nathan Nino still struggling here. The 3-2 offer from the righty. Keys goes, but it's ball 4 inside. 4 walks now in the inning. The base is loaded yet again for Kieran Baker in the 9 spot.
I think if you're the Crawdads, you got to really think about pulling Nino at some point. I mean, he's only given up 2 runs, but the walks just keep piling on.
Yeah, he's really struggling to find the strike zone right now. Saeed throwing full pitches in the bullpen. Either way, Nino's first offering to Baker up and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
This felt like a day where Nino was trying to go deep, given the fact that it's the first of a 3-game series.
He looked good early in this one, but this inning has kind of fallen apart. 1-0 fastball runs inside on the 2-seamer.
He's not really doing the leg kick thing as much now as either. Feels like the slow wind down is a little bit different at this point in the game.
Yeah, I gotta wonder if that mechanical adjustment is causing some issues. Powers a 2-0 fastball towards the outer third, but it's called ball 3. Now the Crawdads in jeopardy of walking in another runner. Baker probably just holding the bat here. The 3-0 from Nino. Fastball strike at the knees.
Hiryun Han on deck. He was actually pitching in the bullpen. I don't think he expected to hit. And now he's back out in the batter's circle, on deck circle.
The 3-1 inside fastball, ball 4. Walks a run in. 3-0 Sonoma. Not only that, but the lineup turns over. Han in the 1 spot. Andren on deck, who's already hit today. Now here comes head coach for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, Brant Cummings. Nino's day done.
Yeah, tough showing for him. Again, probably wanted to go deep. It's a 3-game series after some rest. You have your full arms available, but again, Nino, a guy we know has that high octane ability to go more than just 3 2/3.
Absolutely so. While the Crawdads change pitchers, we'll step away on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Welcome back to the continuation of the top of the fourth inning. After the pitching change, it's Edward Said, the 6'6", 220-pound right-hander from Los Medanos College for the Crawdads. He inherits the bases loaded from Nathan Nino. And here Yoon Han, the leadoff man, up with 2 down. On 2 strikeouts against Nino, both of them swinging in his day today. Said, the rising redshirt freshman at Los Medanos, originally went to Siena College, then transferred a little bit too late to play at Los Medanos. So still 4 years of eligibility amongst the collegiate ranks for him. The first offering to Han, fouled back. Han and Said, teammates at Los Medanos College, now squaring off here in Monte Vista. That one fouled back, 0-1. Said, high 80s fastball paired with a curveball and a changeup, making his 7th appearance of the season. The 0-1 to Han. Fastball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Said was asking for some water during warm-ups. That's why everything was delayed.
Yeah, very interesting. We don't usually see that. Big righty kicks and delivers. The 1-1. Fastball driven into right field. Taylor chasing out of play. It's a foul ball.
That was one of those dangerous looking hits off the bat, but luckily sitting foul.
Yeah, Han gave it a ride, but just pulled it a tad too far. Either way, 1-2. Said trying to get out of this jam for the Crawdads here on the top of the fourth. Guy who's gone 3 consecutive outings where has not allowed a run, excuse me. The 1-2 from Said. Curveball drops below the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Han.
Said looking like he's sort of pitching from the windup a bit. Big leg kick, and he'll give these guys a bigger time to take a lead than going on contact.
And definitely an interesting decision for the righty. The 2-2 to Han. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Han trying to argue if that was a foul tip into the glove. Either way, inning over. A nice 1 out for Edward Said. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Crawdads trying to cut in now to the 3-0 deficit. Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth. Walnut Creek trailing the Sonoma Stompers by 3. Part of the order due up, though. Cam Taylor, Riley Leininger, Joe Coupland, 5-6-7 against Sean McBroom, who's been pretty eccentric for these Stompers in this one. He's gone 3 scoreless innings, no hits allowed, just 4 walks, the only base runners.
Yeah, the command has been the issue mainly, but again, you allow no hits so far, no runs, especially beginning of a series where you want to save your arms. It's been huge.
Absolutely, you'll take that any day of the week, especially here on an important Friday. Taylor 0 for 1 with a line out. First offering to him, a strike on the outer third. Two-seamer ran well away on the arm side. Called a strike anyway. Now 0-1 to Taylor. Chops this one foul on the first base side. 0-2.
Yoon Han warming up in the bullpen for the Stompers. He's playing DH, so they could relinquish their DH and have him come in without any sort of trouble.
They could. We'll see if they elect to do that. Make him a two-way player, or if they'll also sub him out in the DH spot. Either way, the 0-2 to Taylor, grounded to second base. Sebastiani collects, throws to Lazul for the out. One down for Riley Leininger, another guy who's 0 for 1 today. A deep fly out into center field.
Fielder Riley Liner.
26 games played for Walnut Creek, has 12 runs batted in on 22 hits. There's 4 of them extra bases. He takes a slider for a strike. 0-1. Rising redshirt freshman slaps this one hard on the ground over to first. Lazul collects. McBroom covers for the out. 2 straight groundouts here in the bottom of the 4th. Now it's Joe Coupland, the DH spot. Flew out to left field in his first at-bat against McBroom. Right now is cruising.
Yeah, absolutely. Stompers playing without a care in the world right now, even though they're in first place, and it's working.
Coupland with a fan club out in right field. First offering he sees, hit hard on the ground to shortstop. Handren collects, throws. Crawdads retired, 1-2-3, down by 3 in the bottom of the 4th, led to the top of the 5th. Sonoma trying to extend the lead. Welcome back to the top of the 5th on the Crawdads streaming network. Walnut Creek trailing by 3 against the Sonoma Stompers, who are up to bat here in this top half of the 5th. Max Handren, Cam Hageman, Paul Lazul, 2-3-4. Due up against Edward Said. Inherited the bases loaded and then struck out here Yoon Han to end the inning. Righty Said kicks and fires to Handren. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Handren 0 for 1 today. Walked in the 4th, stole 2 bags. Later scored on the Anthony Shepler sac fly. The 1-0 from Said. Fastball drilled on the right side, out of play. That one deep.
The unfortunate thing, too, is without some of the main contributors in the lineup, the Crawdads are going to have pretty much a perfect pitching performance down the stretch, it feels like at least, to be in this game at all.
Absolutely, with the bats as quiet as they have been today. Crawdads still hitless. Reached on 4 walks. 1-1 to Handren. Fastball high and away.
You notice Said's mechanics. He's pitching the same way with the bases empty with runners on. Just something to keep an eye on if someone does get on this inning.
And we'll see if he switches back to the stretch or if he's just going to do what he's been doing. The 2-1 belted high in the air, right field. Cam Taylor moving back, puts it away. One looked good off the bat, but kind of died out in the wind.
Yeah, blowing out just a little bit. Not a ton of wind right now, but that American flag is blowing out.
Crawdads will take that one, though, for sure. One out now in the top of the fifth. Cam Hegeman on with no one aboard. Hegeman 0 for 2 today, a strikeout looking and a pop-up to first base. Righty-righty matchup here. Saeed turns and deals. Fastball into the opposite batter's box at 89 miles an hour. Crawdad fan club out in the bleachers in right field.
A little roll call going on.
Yeah, chanting for Donnelly there at first. The 1-0 to Hegeman. Check swing. The appeal to first. He went around. Good offering there from Saeed. Breaking ball low.
Only faced 2 batters, but he's done a good job mixing his stuff. Obviously, had that really high breaking curveball last time.
The 1-1. Curveball bounces at home plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Saeed has been pretty good this season, all things considered. Kasey just had that one unfortunate outing against the Arroyo Seco Saints where he allowed quite a few runs to score. Other than that, just 1 earned run against the Alameda Merchants in his first appearance on June 8th. The 2-1, strike at the knees, 87-mile-an-hour fastball.
Actually, that's the second lowest ERA on the Crawdads, just behind Aiden White, all-star.
Yeah, but hasn't seen a whole lot of action, a bit surprising. Buried in a deep Crawdad bullpen. The 2-2 to Hegeman, looping breaking ball, swing and a miss. 76 miles an hour. Saeed drops the hammer.
Way under it, and that's a good way of putting it because he had no way of dishing that one.
Edward Saeed, really effective stuff thus far in his appearance. Crawdads would love to get some length out of him, not tax the bullpen any further. Either way, 2 down in the top of the 5th. Paul Lazul, left-handed first baseman, up. Lazul 0 for 1, a line out and a walk. First offering from Saeed, fastball up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Lazul's been pretty good defensively over there at first. He's picked it well on the ground ball throws to him. The 1-0, belted high in the air, right field. Taylor running back to the warning track. He's not going to get there. Goodbye! Paul Lazul, a solo blast in the top of the 5th. It's a 4-run ball game for the Sonoma Stompers.
Talk about carrying. That ball carried a ton out to right field.
Absolutely. Lazul got all of that fastball there from Saeed. And we're just mentioning Saeed looked pretty perfect in this outing so far. That one, clearly a mistake.
That's only their 3rd hit of the game, and they have 4 runs. I mean, it's been very efficient and a weird outing for Crawdads pitchers.
Absolutely. Still 2 out. Connor Poloski up. First offering to him. Curveball belted on a line over to DeFazio at short. That'll end the inning, but not before the solo jack from Paul Lazul to make this a 4-0 ball game for Sonoma. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th right after this.
picture perfect day in Danville as we begin the bottom of the 5th inning. High 70s temps here in the heart of the Diablo Valley. Crawdads down 4-0. Sean McBroom still on the hill, set for his 5th inning of work against this Crawdads order that does not have a hit yet. It'll be 8-9-1 for Walnut Creek, trying to find their first knock. Trey Johnson, the lefty hitter, digs in against the righty, takes inside 1-0 on the fastball. Johnson today walked back in the second. A guy who's spent a lot of time at the bottom of the order, done a good job with his eye this year. The 1-0, fastball right down Broadway. 1-1. McBroom's done a really good job today, making quick work of the Crawdads as the 1-1 is hit high up in the air in the ballpark and right. Keys steps back a few steps and makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll bring up Nico DeFazio. It's been a really good bat for the Crawdads this year. Hasn't played a whole lot. He's 0 for 1 today with a fly out to left. This game, the first of a 3-game series between the Stompers and the Crawdads. Crawdads have the season series lead 3-2. Righty on righty matchup as DeFazio digs in and ropes one foul to the left side. Out of play. 0-1. DeFazio has 7 hits in the 8 games he's played this year, all singles though. Crawdads have had a lack of power on the left side of the infield, position-wise. The 0-1 taken high. 83-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 1-1. Fazio committed to Houston Christian, Southland Conference. Had a couple guys drafted this past year as this one's belted into the gap in left center field. It's down for a base hit as the left fielder Baker cuts it off, and DeFazio's held to a single. He cruises into first, and there's a man on first with only 1 out in the bottom of the 5th.
Great base knock for Nico DeFazio. Just has one high and in, brings it on the pull side into the gap. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Walnut Creek. They got to get something going here.
So if you were keeping track of a no-hit bid for Sean McBroom, it's officially over as DeFazio breaks it up. And the lineup will flip over to Ryan Ellis, lefty hitting second baseman, 0 for 1 with a walk and a flyout. The Crawdads can come back today. They'll be in first place as the runner goes. The pitch, a called strike, no throw as it slips out of the fingers of the catcher Pulowski. And it's a stolen base for DeFazio. That's his first stolen bag of the year.
And a really opportune time to get the first one. Moves the runner into scoring position for Ellis, a guy we know can drive guys in.
So 0-1 at the dish to Ellis, a guy, like you mentioned, can drive guys in. Had a grand slam earlier in the year that brought him up to 12 RBIs, where he sits now. Guy who can table set for the Crawdads, but a day like today, they need more than just that. The 0-1 with a man on second. Hit to the right side, into the outfield for a base hit. DeFazio charging third. He's going to come around and try to score. The throw from right field, late. RBI single for Ryan Ellis as DeFazio coming around to score, and it's 4-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th.
2 great back-to-back hits for the Crawdads. Ellis, a guy who knows exactly what he's doing with that hit tool, just puts the ball in play and lets the rest take care of itself. DeFazio, nice base running as well. Good stuff.
That brings up Brandon Clisby. The Crawdads finally get on the board, their second hit of the ball game. Righty on righty matchup. Clisby just participated in the CCL Home Run Derby. He hit 5 bombs. Man on first as the throw over to first from McBroom is late. Ellis sliding back in. Clisby, a guy that has kind of been in and out of the lineup this year, but named as an all-star. Hitting .254 on the season. Consistent guy in the lineup as another throw back to first. Ellis back in without a slide that time. Clisby riding a 9-game on-base streak, wanting to extend that to 10 here today. Still a lot of baseball left for the Crawdads. Try to come back. First offering to Clisby, fastball inside around the knees. 1-0. Clisby played his high school ball here at Monte Vista. It's the 2024 EVAL Offensive Player of the Year. 522 his senior season. The 1-0 pitch. Popped up high in the air, center field. Hegeman going back, and he'll make the catch. Ball that sort of died out in right center as there's 2 away in the bottom of the 5th, and Ellis retreats back to first.
Yeah, tough one there as Clisby's hit the ball really hard into the outfield all 3 at-bats today. He's trying to hit A little more to the pull side, had a home run in batting practice today. We'll see if he can get one later.
That'll bring up Joey Donnelly with a man on first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. 4-1 ball game in favor of Sonoma. They got a run last inning. They give up a run this inning. Donnelly has yet to swing the bat truly. He is 0 for 0 with 2 walks. McBroom steps off. Seemed to be irritated by the music playing a little bit extensively as he came set. So the lefty hitter Donnelly digs in, looking for his first knock of the day. First offering to him is roped the other way out to left center field, down for a base hit. Ellis puts the stop sign on at second. Donnelly into first. It's a 2-out knock for Joey, who extends his hit streak now to 7 games.
Donnelly doing what he does best, Kasey, getting aboard and hitting singles into the shallow outfield. It's exactly what you need with 2 down.
So now 3 singles in the inning for the Crawdads. Both teams even with 3 hits. As it looks like that could be the end of it for starting pitcher Sean McBroom as Zach Pace comes out to talk to him. It looks like we'll have a new arm. It'll be a lefty coming in just a moment. But we'll see if he actually gets pulled here. Andrew Ballantyne, the guy warming up right now. Lefty wearing 48. See if they keep the leash on. And it looks like they will on McBroom. He'll stay in the game for the time being. He just needs 1 out to be qualified for the win, as he's gone 4 2/3. But nonetheless, that'll bring up Cam Calvillo, third baseman for the Crawdads, sitting out of the right side. He is 0 for 2, grounded out, flied out. Runners on first and second for Walnut Creek. Coming off a big win over the Legends a few days ago before the All-Star break. Runners on first and second, 2 out, 4-1 ball game in favor of Sonoma. Scored 3 runs in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Righty on righty matchup. Both runners on base with some leads. First offering, breaking ball, loops in for a strike, 0-1. Calvillo, established veteran on this Crawdads team. Teammate of Colton Boardman on the Stompers, who's not playing today. The 0-1 pitch to Calvillo. Breaking ball taken inside, tried to find the same location. 1-1 on Cam. Hitting in the cleanup spot today. Recently snapped his 3-game hit streak, but does still have his 8-game on base streak intact. His 4th career Crawdads home run 2 days ago. The 1-1 line to the left side. Foul. 1-2.
Yeah, he's got a bit of pop in that bat. Mostly a guy who's going to get doubles and singles. But Crawdads would sure love an extra base hit from Calvillo right here.
Quickly 1-2 on him. McBroom 1 pitch away from getting through this inning and establishing his day. That's a good one. The 1-2. Flared to left field, down for a base hit. Here comes Ellis around third. The throw is cut off. He's going to score, and the Crawdads have cut the deficit in half. It's 4-2 off the RBI single from Cam Calvillo here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Way to hit a flare. He went out and got the looping breaking ball low and away. That is a wonderful piece of hitting, an experienced piece of hitting, if you will, from the Cronk there, Kasey.
So that will end the day of McBroom. Had one more chance to get the out as Zach Pace comes out, talks to his guy. It'll be Ballantyne to take things over. The lefty will take a short break while he warms up here on the Crawdads Streaming Network.
1.
Welcome back to the Creek. Crawdads doing some damage here in the bottom of the 5th. They've scored their first 2 runs of the game. It's now 4-2 Sonoma. The new pitcher is the southpaw Andrew Ballantyne. Originally out of Pittman High School, started out at Fresno State in 2024. Did not play there at all. Now he's at Folsom Lake College. But as it stands right now, Crawdads with runners on first and second. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Lefty hitter Cam Taylor facing the lefty pitcher, who's actually making his Crawdads debut, Ballantyne is. Or excuse me, Stompers debut this season. Taylor trying to extend the inning. He's 0 for 2 is the first offering to him in there for a strike, 89-mile-an-hour heater. 0-1. Taylor lined out and grounded out. Trying to get the Crawdads more in this game. They scored their first 2 runs of the game off their first hits of the game in this inning. The 0-1 to Taylor, swing and a miss. Outside pitch, got him to go. Quickly 0-2 on Cam. In the portal right now, out of Eastern Kentucky most recently. He's played at 3 different colleges throughout his career. Oldest player on the Crawdads at 23. The 0-1, outside. Excuse me, the 0-2 outside. 1-2 on Cam Taylor. Back in the starting lineup. And 2 hits his last appearance against the Legends. The 1-2 half swing, did he go? Yes, sir. So Ballantyne comes in, gets the last out of the bottom of the 5th, and that'll retire the side. Crawdads get 2 runs. It's now 4-2. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back to the Crawdads Streaming Network as we begin the top of the 6th inning. Edward Saeed still in the hill for the Crawdads. He's got an inning and a third so far. 4-2 ball game in favor of Sonoma. They're trying to add on after giving up 2 runs last inning to the Crawdads. It'll be Shepler, Keys, Sebastiani, the middle to bottom part of the order for Sonoma. Shepler digs in on the left side against the righty Saeed. Shepler's been big today. Singled back in the 2nd. That was the first hit of the ball game. And had a sac fly in the 4th to bring in the first run of the game for the Stompers. Saeed kicks and deals. First offering in there for a strike. 0-1 on the 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Shepler out of Ohio State, but he's in the transfer portal right now. Was hitless in 4 appearances last season with the Buckeyes. Saeed with his orange glove puts it up. Now the 0-1 in the dirt. Clisby blocks, 1-1. Crawdads will be back in action tomorrow against the Stompers. It'll be in Sonoma, 6 p.m. game. Then we'll be back here the day after for the finale of the series before having a day off. 1-1 on Shepler with his low stance. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Saeed got him to go lower outside. 1-2. Saeed gave up the home run. That's really been the only scratch on his record today. First run he's conceded in a long time. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to go on the outside pitch. High 80s fastball. And there's one out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, Saeed continues to look effective, Casey. Obviously, that home run, like you mentioned, the lone bloop on the record.
So that'll bring up Trent Keys, the league leader in hit by pitches. Has 18 of those on the year. Hit an RBI single in the 4th, so he's 1 for 2. Another lefty bat. We'll see in this order. One out. Saeed rocks and fires. Breaking ball inside. 1-0. 77 mile an hour curveball. Keys at Los Medanos College, 282 in 2025. Saeed will join him there this year. The 1-0 pitch is roped to the right center gap, but a good play by Ellis as he ranges back from second base and makes the play.
Wow, that is a nice snow cone catch from Ryan Ellis, reaching back all the way to the back of his reach. Whew, that's impressive defense.
Would have easily been a single, if not a double there for Keys, but instead it's 2 outs in the top of the 6th. For Ben Sebastiani, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Sebastiani struggled this year, coming into today a 115 average. Out of Sonoma, playing his college ball, College of Marin. Saeed winds and deals the first offering to Sebastiani. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Stompers' offense has been electric these past few games. They put up 34 runs their past 2 games combined. The 0-1, breaking ball in there for a strike, right down the middle. Quickly 0-2 on Sebastiani, the brother of Nicholas Sebastiani, who was one of the better Stompers this year before he got hurt. At one point led the league in home runs. The 0-2 pitch, down and inside, taken for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sebastiani has not had a hit since June 24th, 9 games ago. The bottom part of this order has been well under the Mendoza line lately. And Saeed's 1-2. He loses handle of it. Quickly he taps the dirt. 2-2. Sebastiani, 6'2", 180 pounds, hitting out of the right side. Guy that wasn't an everydayer by any means for the Stompers, but little on depth, they have to have him play here. The 2-2 is half swung on, hit softly to the left side. Saeed picks it up off the line, and that's an infield single for Sebastiani as he gets into first and keeping the inning alive.
It's a good piece of hitting off the end of the bat for Ben Sebastiani, a guy who really needed a hit entering today.
That is certainly true, breaking up that hitless streak, as that'll bring up Kieran Baker with a man on. With 2 outs here in the top of the 6th as Clisby, the catcher, and a few of the infielders coming in to talk with Edward Saeed, who, of course, gave up that home run last inning and now gives up a 2-out base runner. Baker will hit next. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI walk and a ground out. Another righty hitter for the Stompers. This is his first appearance in over a week since July 6th. Did have 2 hits his last appearance, but he struggled by and large this year, hitting 188. The man on first is Sebastiani, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Crawdads trying to get back to hitting. Did a good job last inning getting runs on the board. First offering, high fastball back pick by Clisby. Thrown high, but Donnelly catches it. Runner back in safely. 1-0 on Kieran Baker out of College of San Mateo, teammate of Crawdads infielder Dylan Hillman. Throw over to first from Saeed. Runner back in without a slide. Hillman was supposed to be a major factor for the Crawdads, middle of the order, before he got hurt. Big what if. The 1-0, chopped hard on the ground, left side foul. 1-1 on Baker. Out of Lincoln High School, a career .491 hitter in 4 seasons of varsity ball, including 2 seasons where he hit over 500. 1 season where he was under, or a touch under 600. Saeed comes set from the stretch, the 1-1. Bloops in for a strike. 75-mile-an-hour curveball. 1-2 on Baker. In that season where he hit .585 at Lincoln High School, had 14 doubles, 7 home runs, 37 RBIs. The 1-2, runner goes. Pitch hit straight up the middle. Ellis gloves it over at second, and it gets out of his glove into center field. It'll be runners on the corners for the Stompers as the inning stays alive. They'll give him a base hit. So it's another single back-to-back now in this inning as Sebastiani goes to third and now Baker over at first. And when your bottom 4 hitters are hitting under the Mendoza line as a group, to have those bottom 2 get singles in a spot like this is huge, as Crawdad manager Brant Cummings coming out. That'll likely do it for Edward Said. New pitcher, likely Halen Guerrero. We'll have word on that in just a moment. So we'll step aside. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runners on the corners for the Stompers. They lead 4-2 here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. New pitcher for the Crawdads is Halen Guerrero here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Stompers who lead 4-2. Guerrero, the newest member of the UC Riverside Highlanders, committed yesterday out of Santa Barbara City College, where he spent 2 seasons, had a 1 ERA improvement year to year. Lowered it from about 3.5 to 2.5. Currently holding a 3.12 ERA on this year's docket with the Crawdads this summer. Struggled his last outing against these very Stompers, giving up 4 walks in 1 inning. The Crawdads did win that game, but something to remember. It's the right-hander standing 6 feet, 175 pounds, making the jump from the JUCO to the D1 level, joining a UCR team that struggled last year. So he'll face the top of the order with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Runners on the corners, starting with Hiryun Han, who has the hat trick, 3 strikeouts, all swinging today. He's not been super productive at the top of the order, but nonetheless, Stompers with the lead. First offering to Han, fouled straight back, 0-1. Han, another JUCO guy, but he's uncommitted in the transfer portal out of Los Medanos. South Korean descent, 2-way guy, really a better pitcher than he is a hitter, but he gets the leadoff spot today. Guerrero from the belt, he winds and deals as it's hit out to straightaway center field, a little bit off to the left as Johnson drifts over and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So Guerrero only has to throw a couple of pitches to get out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Crawdads trail 4-2 to the Stompers here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Crawdads with some work to do. They sat down the Stompers last half inning. They trail 4-2 as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be 6, 7, 8 due up for Walnut Creek against the same hurler, the lefty Mark Ballantyne, who only needed 1 out last inning after coming out of the pen. Start with the lefty Leininger. He's 0 for 2, recently named to the All-Star team this past week in Compton. First offering to Leininger high, 1-0. Talked to Leininger pregame, said the experience was a valuable one. A few Crawdads getting the opportunity to head down south and compete against the league's best. The 1-0 pitch, half swing from Leininger, called a strike. 1-1 on Riley, currently uncommitted out of Oklahoma originally. Did not play with the Sooners in the spring. Ballantyne winds and fires the 1-1, in there for a strike. 78-mile-an-hour slider, hard of the plate, as Leininger will have to choke up and protect the plate now on the 1-2. Riley out of Texas originally, as he waits for the 1-2 pitch. High fastball taken for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leininger at one point wanted to quit baseball in his high school career, but his dad talked him into sticking around, and it's worked out well for him. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Chase the low and outside. Breaking balls, Leininger is frustrated, slamming the bat down, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Really deceptive pitch there from Ballantyne. Gets a nice miss on the slider. Uncharacteristic day for Leininger. He's been really great past week or so. 0 for 3 though today.
He has, as that'll bring up Joe Coupland with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Crawdads trail 4-2. Coupland has the lowest batting average on the active roster. He wants to improve that here. So he takes a ball high, 1-0. Coupland hitting 154 on the year. A guy who started the season off well for the Crawdads, was in the starting lineup quite a bit, but hasn't had much success lately as he flares the 1-0 back foul, 1-1. Coupland, in fact, homered in the first league game of the year at a more hitter-friendly ballpark in Hayward. But it's been misfortune for him these past few weeks. He's had scattered playing time since. Ballantyne at the belt, winds and deals the 1-1. Inside breaking ball, taken for a ball as it glides back to the backstop. 2-1 on Coupland. Coupland, a two-way guy. See a lot of guys in the league play 2 ways, and Coupland's found more success on the pitching end. So he waves back his red bat. The 2-1 pitch is flared to the left side in the outfield, down for a base hit. Sitting right on the line as Coupland takes a turn at first. He'll stay there. And the Crawdads get a hit here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out as Coupland glides into first.
That's the first hit for Joe Coupland since June 18th. He needed that one desperately, Casey, and a great one at that. Down the line, gets just enough of it off the end of the barrel.
That's a month to the day as he's on first, and Ballantyne will pitch from the stretch, facing off against the 8-hole hitter, Trey Johnson. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a flyout. Trey, another JUCO guy out of Skyline College, hitting out of the left side against the lefty pitcher Ballantyne. First offering outside, 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 1-0 on Johnson, guy who missed a few games with an illness. He's been back and better than ever, swinging the bat really well these past few weeks. The 1-0 fouled off the catcher's mask and back, 1-1. Johnson had his 5-game hitting streak snapped last game, but only had 1 at-bat in that game. So take that as you will. Homered in the preseason, searching for that power once again. Coupland over at first, short lead. 1-1 on Johnson with 1 out as there's a throwback to first. Coupland back with no problem. Ballantyne has shown some good flashes so far, starting out at Fresno State. Did not play there. Now at the JUCO ranks, trying to earn another opportunity. 1-1 pitch from the stretch, in there for a strike as Johnson takes on the outside corner. Fastball, high 80s. 1-2. Johnson hitting .236 on the year. At one point was a constant 300 hitter for the Crawdads, but he's seen dips and valleys. The 1-2, taken outside, fastball, 90 miles an hour, just off the outer edge. Count even at 2-2 as Coupland waits over at first. Fazio would hit next. He's on deck. Crawdads trying to get back in this game, down 4-2. The 2-2 pitch got him looking. Pitch on the outside corner, 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball paints the frame, and Johnson sits down looking.
Valentine's done a really nice job painting that outer third against the lefties for Walnut Creek. Johnson really doesn't have a chance at it when it's that far over.
3 Ks for Valentine. He's faced 4 batters, as that'll bring up Nico DeFazio. 1 for 2. Singled, scored, stole a base. He also flied out. Coupland over at first. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, as the righty hitter flares one to the right side, down for a base hit. Coupland will stop at second, DeFazio into first, and that keeps the inning alive. And the order will flip over with 2 runners on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
Another nice piece of hitting for Nico DeFazio. He's having a great day today, Casey. 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. It's exactly what you want from your 9-hitter.
Yeah, he flared it the other way. So the inning will continue as the order flips over to Ryan Ellis. He had a big hit last inning, RBI single, and he also scored in the 5th. Crawdads were able to cut the deficit in half. They still lead or trail 4-2. 2 on, 2 out for the lefty hitter Ellis. He takes a strike outside corner, 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 0-1 on Ellis, who's dealt with knee issues this season, prevented him from playing a full defensive schedule. Still been at the top of the order for the Crawdads a lot of these games. Valentine looking in for the sign, shakes off 1. The 0-1 outside, it gets to the backstop. Both runners advance. Coupland into third, DeFazio into second, and the Crawdads are a base hit away from tying this game.
That's a huge development for the Crawdads and for Ryan Ellis. At this point, Valentine likely to pitch you away, probably need to move up in the batter's box, try to flare one off the end of the bat.
Ellis has been good these past few games. Now a 3-game RBI streak. Trying to stay as a constant in the lineup. The 1-1, high, as it's called a balk. Pitch will be canceled as Joe Coupland will score on the play, and DeFazio into third. And that's a huge turn of events. It's now 4-3 Stompers. The Crawdads have scored 3 unanswered runs.
That's a huge miscommunication, a huge misstep for Valentine out there on the hill. Crawdads will take it, though. Massive opportunity now.
I think the issue was he didn't come fully set before he started his delivery. 1-1 to Ellis, the leadoff man. So he takes high and tight. 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 2-1 on Ryan Ellis, who started locally here, playing at St. Mary's College, about a 15-minute drive from Monte Vista. Most recently played at UT Arlington. The 2-1 is hit the other way, lifted to left center field. Baker trying to find it. He'll finally make the catch after losing it a bit in the sun. And the side is retired. So the Crawdads get one back. They've scored 3 unanswered. It's 4-3. We'll go to the top of the 7th here on the Crawdads streaming network. Welcome back to Danville. Crawdads and Stompers in a close one. It's 4-3 in favor of Sonoma as we begin the top of the 7th inning. Stompers once led 4-0. It's now 4-3, as they'll have 2-3-4, 2 up against Halen Guerrero, who got 1 out last inning after coming out of the pen. It'll be Max Handren to lead things off in the 7th. He's 0 for 2, has a walk and 2 stolen bases, though, hitting out of the left side against the righty Guerrero for the first time. Guerrero, slow wind up, the first pitch, low and inside, out of the glove of Clisby. 1-0 as Handren takes. Max has been so productive at the plate these past few weeks. He's the highest average on the Stompers. He's not a qualified hitter, though, but he's hitting over 400. The 1-0 is hit high in the air, right field, out of play and foul. Count even at 1-1. Handren enters today on a 10-game hitting streak, only 1 appearance without a hit. Went 5 for 6 2 games ago, in a game where Stompers put up 17 runs. He waits on the 1-1. Guerrero kicks and deals. Hit on the ground, up the middle, off the glove of Guerrero. He chases it, trying to make the play. The throw to first, in time. Good play by Guerrero to stick with it, and that's the definition of never giving up on a play.
Absolutely. Guerrero, a very athletic guy on the mound. He's really great at getting ground balls usually and recovers after the misstep there. It hits off his glove. Really nice hustle.
It's a big guy to sit down as well. 1 out in the top of the 7th, as that'll bring up Cam Hegeman. 0 for 3, a pair of strikeouts and a pop out. Hitting out of the right side, righty on righty matchup. Guerrero trying to eat up an inning. First offering is flare to the right side. Out of play, foul into the Crawdads bullpen. 0-1. Hegeman has really established himself in center field, has all but 2 starts in that position. Has 3 hits in the past 2 games. The Stompers very much in dire need of support right now. Some insurance runs would be huge. The 0-1, fastball high and tight. 1-1. Hegeman last played against the Merchants on July 13th before the All-Star break. Had 2 hits in that game. 1-1, hit high up in the air. Foul on the right side, out of play. 1-2 on Cam Hegeman, who has bright red arm sleeve on his left arm and green batting gloves. The 1-2. Curveball inside and in the dirt, blocked by Clisby. 2-2. Hegeman played in the Northwoods League last year, the Battle Creek Battle Jacks. Hit .217 with them as a 19-year-old. Guerrero, 2-2, rocks and fires inside. Count runs full on the fastball. Hegeman trying to be a 1-out base runner and get the Stompers some needed support. They haven't scored since the 5th inning after the home run from Lazul. The payoff pitch is hit sharply to short. DeFazio picks it up on one hop, flips to first in time for the 2nd out of the top of the 7th. And it looks like after thinking it over for a minute, the first base umpire, Ron McGrath, is saying the runner's safe, claiming that Donnelly was pulled off the bag. That's not what I saw.
I completely agree with you, Casey. I saw a fantastic play from Nico DeFazio over at short. Now the umpire is going to talk about this one.
I don't know what there is to talk about because he called it so late. Crawdads were already practically throwing around the warm-up pitch, or ball, or rather.
Yeah, this is a very confusing play here, Casey. We'll see if we can get any clarity from the umpiring crew.
Yeah, Crawdads, I was trying to say, we're already throwing it around the horn, and they're claiming Donnelly was pulled off the first base bag. But it looked like he kept his composure, made a good stretch for it. Albeit it is hard to see from here the bag with the chain link fence, but it seemed that Donnelly was able to receive that good throw from DeFazio, and he is ruled safe. So it's an E3 as Hegeman reaches here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. And for the Crawdads, they have to hope that won't come back to bite them. Infield now playing double play depth. Paul Lazul digs in, had that big fly to right center in the 5th, extending the lead to 4-0 at the time, but it's now 4-3. Lefty hitter, righty pitchers. Guerrero fires from the stretch in the dirt, 1-0. Lazul overall 1 for 2. scored 2 runs after walking, and of course the solo home run. Also flied out earlier in the game. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Scooped at the low fastball. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike on Lazul, who originally committed to Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles. Never actually played there. Went to Monterey Peninsula instead. Guerrero at the belt, not checking on the runner. The 1-1, another swing and a miss. 77 mile an hour off speed. Low part of the zone. 1-2. Lazul now on a 3-game hit streak after the home run. Has hits in 6 of the last 7 games. The 1-2, low and inside, breaking ball. Taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crawdads and Stompers have had a lot of good matchups this year. Pretty even matchup. Both teams with really good pitching across the board. It's been one thing that's carried this rivalry so well. The 2-2, fastball away. 3-2. Guerrero in danger of walking Lazul now here on the full count. See where he goes with it. Crawdads wish there were 2 outs right now, but the error means there's just 1. Guerrero at the belt. Rocks and fires. Runner goes. The 3-2 is hit the other way out to left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. He hit it right where Leininger wasn't playing. Runner's going to come around third. Here comes the runner. Leininger's throw as he bobbles it is late. And would you look at that? Hegeman scoring all the way from first base. It's 5-3. Stompers lead.
Probably a single and an error there in right field for Leininger allows the base runner to score.
Leininger bobbled that one and made a really good throw, actually. Threw a strike to home plate, but it was just a little bit late. As Lazul's into second base with his second hit of the game. Unearned run to Halen Guerrero after the error that started the whole thing. As that'll bring up Connor Poloski. He's 0 for 2, walked and scored, retired twice. Runner at second, 1 out. Lazul over there. First offering to Poloski, low and away, 1-0. And it just feels like these self-inflicted wounds are what's hurting the Crawdads. You get the error there. Of course, you don't agree with the call if you're the Crawdads, but again, it still happened. And a hit that should have been a single turns into an error out and left. As the 1-0 is swung on and missed, 1-1. And Leininger, not a natural left fielder, but that ball, you got to give credit to Lazul. Hit right where Leininger wasn't, playing way off to the right side from our vantage point. The 1-1, high and tight fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. That was Lazul's ability to go the other way. You don't expect a lefty hitter to be able to spray it like that, but nonetheless he did. Just shows his hit tool after hitting one out to the complete opposite side earlier. 2-1, fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Pulowski. Runner on second, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning, 5-3 Stompers. Lazul's the runner over at second. Hegeman was the man who just scored. Guerrero trying to, the Crawdads back hitting. They now trail by 2. The 2-2 pitch. Got him. No. It was a peel to second base. Don't always see that. Half swing, but the count runs full again. Second consecutive batter. Guerrero at the belt, the full count pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Good recovery from Halen Guerrero as he gets Pulowski to go, and that's Halen Guerrero's first strikeout of the day.
Yeah, no doubt about that strikeout there. Check swing obviously wasn't quite a full swing, but Guerrero goes right back, same pitch, a slider low and away, gets a bite.
2 outs in the top of the 7th for Anthony Shepler. Another guy who's had experience at the Power 5 level. Currently in the transfer portal. Lefty hitter against the righty pitcher Guerrero with a man on second and 2 outs as he takes outside. 1-0, 83 mile an hour off-speed pitch. 1-0 to Shepler. Has 1 extra base hit on the year. Entered today without hits in his last 2 games, but got a hit earlier. The 1-0 in there for a strike, outside corner fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams now even at 6 hits apiece. We've seen in this rivalry this year, games ranging and scoring a lot. Most of these games have been close, aside from a couple. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Shepler goes at the low pitch, and the home plate umpire, Justin Ammett, appeals to second on the swing and the miss. Luckily, they do call it a strike, but you don't see that ever at this level.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before in my entire life, Casey. That one, oh boy, got to have your eyes wide open.
I mean, you got to see that he's throwing the bat at a bare minimum.
Seriously, I don't know what happened there.
Anyways, it's 1-2. Guerrero deals, the pitch hit straight to first base. Donnelly picks it up, flips to first in time to Guerrero, and the side is retired. So they get a run. It's an unearned run as we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Crawdads and Stompers here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back to Danville. Crawdads trail 5-3 against the Stompers, who scored one last inning to get some insurance for them. It'll be a new arm for Sonoma. Lucas Alanese, the right-hander out of Cal Berkeley. He's only made 2 appearances this year. Faced the Crawdads back in late June and struggled in that game, giving up a run. He'll face the top middle part of the Crawdads order, 2, 3, 4, Clisby, Donnelly, Calvillo. Clisby will dig in first. Three flyouts for him today. He's 0 for 3. Alanese this season, 13.5 ERA, so he has struggled a bit, trying to right the ship today against the Crawdads. Righty on righty matchup as Clisby readies up. The first offering high and away. 1-0 on the fastball. Clisby, one of the Crawdads all-stars this year, after a pretty solid campaign through the first half. The 1-0 hits softly on the ground over to second base. Sebastiani picks it up, flips to first in time for out number 1 of the bottom of the 7th. So Clisby's 0 for 4. That'll bring up Joey Donnelly, who's 1 for 1. Single and 2 walks. Alanese, a guy at Cal, hasn't played a whole lot. 12 ERA in 2025 with the Bears his freshman season. Only facing 50 batters. Lefty hitter, righty pitcher as Alanese dishes a strike to Donnelly. Fastball low and away, but still in the zone. 0-1. Donnelly's been the Crawdads' best hitter, the best hitter in the league, really, as the 0-1 swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 on Joey Donnelly. Another all-star for the Crawdads at the top, toward the top of the order in the 3-hole. Leads the team in hits with 35. The 0-2. Alanese dishes a ball low and in the dirt. 1-2. Donnelly, one of the newest members of the Fordham Rams, will play there this upcoming season. He's had hits in 19 of 24 games for the Crawdads. It's a rarity when he doesn't have one. Alan shakes off a sign, agrees to the other. The 1-2 pitch from the belt. And it's a fastball outside. 2-2. Donnelly, OPS a touch over 1,000. Hasn't been under 1,000 since the beginning of the season. Stayed consistent for the Crawdads. The 2-2 pitch is flared out to left center field. The left fielder Baker will make the catch, sliding. Maybe the slide wasn't totally necessary, but he was losing it in the sun. And that's out number 2.
Yeah, really nice play from Baker. Lays out to grab it. Donnelly almost had extra bases there.
Instead, it's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th for Cam Calvillo. Calvillo 1 for 3. RBI single in the 5th. The Crawdads were able to put up 2 runs in that inning. They have 3 total. Calvillo digs in on the right side. Alani's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Calvillo out of C-Sun, waits for the first pitch. Low away, curveball. 1-0 from Alani's. We mentioned, want to work off the rust. Hasn't pitched since June 24th. Game against the Crawdads. The 1-0 pitch to Calvillo runs inside. Curveball that time again. 2-0. Calvillo homered a couple of games ago. It was his 4th career home run with the Crawdads, at least. Hit 3 last year with the C-Sun Matadors. The 2-0 pitch hit hard on the ground, left side, through for a base hit. Hit right in between short and third as Calvillo rounds first, and it's a 2-out single for the 22-year-old.
Calvillo doing a really nice job today. Kasey had a tough game in Menlo Park, 0 for 5, now 2 for 4 today with an RBI on a pair of singles. Really nice bounce back.
So 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th for Cam Taylor, lefty hitter. He's playing right field today. Alanese tries to cruise through this inning. Stompers have put up consistent offense in this game. Crawdads trying to get back in it. They're down 5-3. First offering to Taylor inside. 88-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-0. Taylor, the oldest member of the Crawdads, he's had a winding journey. Still a couple of years of eligibility. He could be playing college till he's 25. The 1-0. Chopped on the ground over to the pitcher as Alanese picks it up, flips underhand to first in time. And that'll end the 7th inning. So we'll go to the top of the 8th. Crawdads still trail 5-3. They do lead in hits 7-6 here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. We begin the top of the 8th inning. Crawdads still trail 5-3. Halen Guerrero still on the hill. He's gone in 2 innings plus of work so far. Came in for the last out of the 5th. So he's trying to get through another inning. So he'll face 7, 8, 9 for Sonoma, starting with Trent Keys, the lefty hitter. He's 1 for 3, single and RBI, retired twice. Guerrero wind up the first pitch to Keys outside. 1-0 on the 86-mile-an-hour heater. Keys a guy who struggled a bit this year, but still gets on base quite a bit. OPS nearing 800 despite hitting under the Mendoza line. As the 1-0 low and inside, 2-0. Keys an interesting journey. Started at San Jose State, didn't play there. Now at Los Medanos College. A good season in 2025, hitting .282 with a pair of jacks. The 2-0 pitch. Hit high up in the air, left side, foul. Out of play. It'll be 2-1 on Keys. Played for the Humboldt Crabs last year. North of Sonoma. His first year with the Stompers. Again, mentioned the on-base percentage nearing 500. That's why he's been a valuable part of the lineup as he takes 2-1 inside, now 3-1. A lot of those free passes over to first have come from the walk. He has 20 of those on the year, but 18 hit by pitches. 3-1. Hit high up in the air, straight away center field. Johnson taking 5 steps back. He'll make the catch for the first out at the top of the 8th. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Ben Sebastiani. Singled in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 2, also walked. Righty on righty matchup as he digs in. Crawdads try to come back today. Want to win this series. It's a 3-game series against these Stompers. It's the first pitch in there for a strike to Sebastiani. 75-mile-an-hour slider outside corner. 0-1. Crawdads lead the season series 3-2. They've won a bit on the road against the Stompers. Not an easy place to play. See 0-1 in there for a strike again. Curveball hard of the plate. Sebastiani will have to protect here. 0-2. Guerrero checking in for the sign at the belt. Agrees to the second one. Now he rocks and fires the 0-2. Low and away fastball. 86 again on the dot. 1-2. Sebastiani's hit earlier today was his first hit in 9 games. Trying to get off the schneid. The 1-2. Fouled straight into the dirt. Just barely gets a piece of it off the end of the bat. Count stays at 1-2. Micah Billings, the right-hander, warming up officially for the Crawdads in the bullpen. Guerrero trying to get through this inning before the Crawdads try to hit again and come back in this game. They trail 5-3. 1 out in the top of the 8th. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Inside curveball, and Sebastiani goes. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning.
That was a nasty pitch from Halen Guerrero. Plenty of break. Hits it right on that inner third. Whew.
So make that 3 strikeouts, excuse me, for Halen Guerrero. As Brant Cummings, the head coach for the Crawdads, coming out to talk to him. And that'll end the day if Guerrero doesn't get through this inning. So that'll bring in Micah Billings. We'll talk about him in just a moment here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Crawdads trail 5-3. New pitcher for the Crawdads is Micah Billings, trying to get the last out of the top of the 8th, as Halen Guerrero was able to sit down the first 2 of the frame. So Micah will try to follow suit out of Laney College. He had a really good year this past year. Was a late addition to the Crawdad roster. Right-hander for the Crawdads, has a 2.7 ERA on the dot. He'll face Kieran Baker, who singled and walked, has an RBI on the day as well, as he shows bunt and fouls it straight back after squaring. 0-1 on Baker. Billings at Laney College actually listed as a utility guy. Has not hit or played any position outside of pitcher for the Crawdads this year. Was a first-team relief pitcher in the Bay Valley Conference. The 0-1 in there for a strike. 73-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, hard to the plate. Quickly 0-2 on Baker. Guy who hasn't played much for Sonoma, but has been big today, getting on base twice. The 0-1 hit high up in the air, right side, out of play and foul. Count will stay at 0-2. Kieran Baker, making his first appearance since July 6th. He struggled a bit this year. Only has hits in 4 different games out of the 13 appearances he's had. Billings from the belt, kicks and fires the 0-2. Hit on the ground softly to Calvillo at third. He picks it up, throws to first in time, and that'll retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning despite the pitching change. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Crawdads trail 5-3 on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Back for the bottom of the 8th inning. Crawdads trail 5-3. New pitcher on the hill for the Stompers, Hiryun Han, who started the game as the leadoff hitter in the DH spot, but will pitch now, try to get through this 8th inning. Crawdads with some work to do. They're down 2. It'll be 6, 7, 8 due up for Walnut Creek. Leininger, Coupland, Johnson. Crawdads trying to get back in the win column after the All-Star break. Headed into the All-Star break with a big win over the Legends. But Stompers threatening to even up the season series at 3 apiece against the Crawdads here today. Both teams will head back home to play each other tomorrow. Stompers will host the Crawdads. But here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Leininger against Hahn. First offering from the sidearm pitcher. Hit high up in the air, right side, out of play. That had the home run type of distance, but it's 0-1 otherwise.
It's a similar Riley Leininger we've seen all season long, Casey. Deep drives into the outfield. He just gets unlucky.
0-1 on the lefty hitter. On with a sidearm delivery out of Los Medanos College. The 0-1. Breaking ball just a bit low, 1-1. And Hahn is a two-way guy, but he's been better as a pitcher this year. .68 ERA in 13 1/3 innings pitched. Very good season. The 1-1 inside. And it hit Leininger. Just grazed him on the elbow. He seems to be okay. He'll take first, and there's a man on first. No outs in the bottom of the 8th. So that'll bring up Joe Coupland, who singled and scored in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Leininger over at first. Not a huge speed threat. On, as mentioned, had a very good season so far. Has pitched against the Crawdads. Actually started against them the last time these two teams played. First offering to Coupland. In there for a strike. 74-mile-an-hour breaking pitch. 0-1. No outs here in the bottom of the 8th as the wind starts to die down a little bit, but still great temps out here in Danville. Mid-70s. Coupland batting out of the right side. The 0-1 just off the plate outside. 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball again. Coupland had that single in the 6th, was his first hit in quite some time. He's another guy who's a two-way guy. Trying to deliver again for the Crawdads. Hits one high up in the air on the 1-1, straight center field. Hegeman steps to his left and makes the catch for the first out of inning number 8 here in the bottom part of it. Leininger still over at first. So they'll bring up Trey Johnson, the lefty hitter. Had a tough day today. Did walk in the 3rd, but struck out and flied out. The bottom part of the Crawdads order has had mixed results so far.
We got that, it would tie the game.
Johnson digging in. He represents the tying run. Crawdads trail by 2. They're running out of outs here in the tail end of this game. Hahn from the belt. Fires in a ball outside. 74-mile-an-hour. He likes that off-speed pitch quite a bit.
Yeah, he has that really tough delivery for hitters to pick up on, almost a submarine. Nice frisbee action with the slider.
Leininger at first, 1-0 on Johnson. Trying to figure out Hahn. Fastball in there for a strike. 82 miles an hour. 1-1 on Johnson, and I think Hahn as well doesn't have, to your point, doesn't have to have a ton of velocity to fool hitters.
No, he has a really nice sinker-slider combo that's just deadly.
Looks in for the sign, comes set at the chest, now the 1-1. Just outside, 75-mile-an-hour high-breaking slider. 2 balls, 1 strike on Johnson. Had a big hit streak heading toward the All-Star break, then snapped it against the Legends. Trying to start another one here. Leininger over at first, Crawdads in a 2-run hole. Hahn sets the 2-1, hit high up in the air, right center field. Outfielder's going back, and it's off the wall. Leininger around second. He's going to cruise into 3rd. Johnson into 2nd. And the Crawdads are in business. Runners on 2nd and 3rd with only 1 out in the bottom of the 8th.
What a monster hit for Trey Johnson. Catches up to that sinker and belts it to straightaway center field. Hegeman, no chance as it's off the wall. Great, great piece of hitting. Really nice barrel action.
Johnson just a few feet shy of leaving the yard and tying this game. But instead, the tying run's at 2nd. Leininger over at 3rd. And that'll bring up Nico DeFazio. Has 2 singles today. He's certainly a preferred bat to have up in this situation.
Absolutely. Is at a disadvantage. Righty-righty matchup with Hahn with that sidearm delivery, which is kind of what allowed Johnson to clobber all of that last pitch. But we'll see how he does here. He's a good defensive hitter.
This is a tough place to leave the yard, and Johnson's hit kind of showed that as he hit it right off the batter's eye. The black part of the wall. It stands a little bit taller out in center. As righty hitter DeFazio stands in. Righty on righty matchup with 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd in the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 ball game in favor of Sonoma. Trying to win their 3rd in a row. First offering to DeFazio, fouled straight back. 0-1 on Nico, who has singled his last 2 at-bats. Been a really big contributor for the Crawdads in a limited sample size. He's yet to find an extra base hit, but he'd love one right now. 0-1 on him as Hahn set at the chest on the first base side of the rubber. The 0-1. Fouled straight back again, that time on the ground. 0-2 on Nico DeFazio. He's played at 2 different colleges, about to start his service at his 3rd. Playing at Chabot and University of the Pacific. Now going to Houston Christian at the D1 level. 0-2 on Nico. Chris Esquivel pinch hitting on deck. likely will come up next. The 0-2 to DeFazio, half swing outside. Did he go? No. DeFazio, a lucky break as Sonoma can't believe it, and it's 1-2.
He held the bat, didn't cross home plate there. That was the right call on the appeal to second.
1-2 on Nico DeFazio, who just catches a break there on that one. His black bat taking a bunch of practice hacks. Now finally readies up against Hahn. 1-2 on Nico. The pitch hit high up in the air. Center field. Hegeman going back. He'll make the catch. Runners tagging both of them as Leininger will come in to score. Runner into third is Johnson, and we have a one-run ball game, 5-4 on the sacrifice fly from DeFazio.
Very productive out for Nico DeFazio. Tough situation there in the 1-2 count. Puts it well into play. That's exactly what you needed.
So 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th for Chris Esquivel, who is pinch hitting for Ryan Ellis. Ellis ends his day with a hit in 3 tries. Esquivel digs in on the right side, tying run over at third, Trey Johnson. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Hyun Hahn looking in for the sign. He's pitching out of the stretch on the first base side of the rubber. First time facing Esquivel, the pitch in there for a strike. Outside corner fastball, 83 miles an hour. 0-1 on Chris, who didn't get the start going into today. Homered for the first time all year 2 games ago. He's been a lot better as of late, hitting .226. The 0-1 runs inside, breaking ball, 1-1. Esquivel, his last 5 games has raised his average 30 full points. Has hits in back-to-back games, now up in a big spot as the Crawdads only have 4 outs to work with. The 0-1, half swing from him. They call a strike on the outside corner. Slider 75 miles an hour. 1-2 on Chris Esquivel, another guy in the portal for the Crawdads. Trey Johnson lingering over at third. He had the big double just moments ago. The 1-2 pitch, hit straight up the middle, into center field for a base hit. This ball game's tied. Johnson around and scoring. Esquivel into first. And the pinch hit king delivers. He's into first, and it's a 5-5 ball game here in Danville.
Perfect piece of hitting for Chris Esquivel, just straight up the middle, puts the barrel to the ball. Not a lot Hahn can do there. He offered a nice pitch. Esquivel met him on the challenge.
So just like that, the Crawdads tied this game up. They trailed by 4 at one point. Now it's 5-5. As Brandon Clisby digs in on the right side. He's had a rough day, 0 for 4. Righty hitter takes a strike from Hahn. Heart of the plate, 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 0-1. Esquivel over at first. He's the go-ahead run, technically. The 0-1. Outside back pick over to first. Not in time. 1-1 count at the dish to Clisby. Mentioned the rough day. 3 flyouts, 1 ground out. Recently named an all-star. Got the nod early part of the lineup, but hasn't been able to do a whole lot today. The 0-1. Excuse me, the 1-1 a little bit low and inside. 2-1 on Brandon Clisby. Trying to extend this inning here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. Man over at first, Esquivel. Joey Donnelly would be next. Clisby at the dish. Hahn sets the 2-1. In there for a strike. 70-mile-an-hour breaking pitch. Heart of the plate. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Brandon Clisby, the catcher. Hasn't had a whole lot of playing time consistently this year as Esquivel's picked off. Run down as Lazula has it over at first. He throws to second, and Esquivel's out at second base. So the inning ends, but the Crawdads do tie up this game. It's 5-5. We'll go to the top of the 9th inning. Crawdads and the Stompers in a good one here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back to the Creek Crawdads and Stompers, all knotted up at 9 as Micah Billings stays on the hill for the Crawdads. Got the last out of the bottom of the 8th, or excuse me, the top of the 8th. He stays on the hill, facing off against the top part of the Stompers order. Hyun Han, who was just most recently pitching for the Stompers last inning, digs in on the left side, facing off against the righty Billings. He sets and deals, fastball in there for a strike, outside corner, 0-1. Han today has struggled on both sides of the ball. 0 for 4 at the plate and gave up the tying runs last inning. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Outside fastball got him to go. Quickly 0-2 on Han. Out of Los Medanos, he's a two-way guy. Takes a lot of pride in that. Quickly 0-2 as Billings winds and fires, swinging strike 3. Outside fastball, and he stuck to it on that same location for out number 1 here in the top part of the 9th.
Micah Billings looking really good right now, Kasey. The stuff is electric. It's got good movement, and he's placing it really well.
Han has struck out 4 times today at the top of the order. He is not a guy who is accustomed to struggling, but he's been a non-factor in the leadoff spot. That'll bring up the lefty hitter Handren with his gold bat. He takes the ball inside, 1-0. Handren, speaking of gold, sporting the Cal Golden Bears helmet. That's where he plays his college ball. The 1-0 pitch from Billings. Fastball just a bit outside, 2-0. Handren, a lefty hitter in the order. Lineup for the Stompers that's pretty mixed between lefties and righties. 3-0 after the fastball away. Handren keeps the bat on his shoulder. He's had a pretty good eye this year. 11 free passes in 12 games. Hitting over 400 on the year. The 3-0 pitch is drilled out to right field in the ballpark for Cam Taylor, and it drops off his glove. He got lazy on it, didn't have to move after the ball was struck, and that's going to be an E9. Can't have that happen in the 9th inning in a tied game.
No, that is a crucial mistake. Taylor clearly not happy with himself. Try to fix it.
So that's the second error in the past 3 innings for the Crawdads, and the last time they had an error was very costly. So Billings in the stretch, runner over at first, 1 out in the top of the 9th for Cam Hegeman. Takes a strike hard on the plate, breaking ball that time, 0-1. Hegeman was actually the one to reach on that error committed by Joey Donnelly in a weird series of events. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Breaking ball with a big droop into the zone. 0-2 on Hegeman. He was a strikeout victim twice. He's ultimately 0 for 4. Did score a run after reaching on the error. The 0-2 in the dirt, blocked by Clisby, but it gets away from him. And the runner will take second as Handren into the bag without a slide. Quickly a runner in scoring position for the Stompers.
Yeah, that's a tough breaking ball there. Sits in the dirt, and Clisby didn't know what happened to it. Couldn't find it.
So it's a 1-2 count on Hegeman. Runner over at second. Top of the 9th inning with 1 out. Hegeman with his closed stance, waits for it, and Billings steps off. He wants a conversation with the catcher Clisby, who quickly runs to the mound. Hegeman, very good defender. Hitting-wise this year, he's also been good. 267 average, 2 RBIs. He had to record an extra base hit. The go-ahead run, stands over at second. That's Max Handren. 1-2 count as Billings winds and fires the 1-2 outside, also low. That time successfully blocked by Clisby. 2-2 at the dish. The top part of the order for the Stompers has not really been the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of their scoring. The 1-2 is hit straight into the ground foul. Hegeman actually struck it twice on his backswing and his front swing as well. But to my point there, a lot of their production has come from the middle of the order. You have the home run from Lazul, have a lot of hitting production, 7, 8, 9. These top 3 guys haven't done a whole lot. So I want to change that here. Hegeman readies up, 2-2. Billings at the belt, looking at second, now home. Pitch outside, 75-mile-an-hour breaking pitch. Count runs full on Cam Hegeman. Wants to get in the hit column for the first time. That's hits the past 2 games, but not today. The payoff pitch from Billings is slapped to the left side, hit into the glove of Calvillo, who picks it up on the backhand, but The throw to first gets away from Donnelly. Defensive miscues galore here in the top of the ninth. And that's 2 errors with only 1 out in the top of the ninth, as there's now runners on the corners as Handren advances.
That was an impressive play from Cam Calvillo. The throw, not a bad one, all things considered, just a tough play for Donnelly over at first. He can't quite pick it.
It's rolled an E5, so now back-to-back batters reaching on errors, one on an E9, one on an E5. Handren at third, Hegeman at first, 1 out in the inning. As I'll bring up the lefty hitter Lazul, who went yard earlier. Billings throws over to first to check on Hegeman. Nothing doing. Lazul has had an impressive day. Hit a home run to right center and then went the other way with a RBI single to left. So he has 2 RBIs on the day. Runners on the corners, infield in for the Crawdads. Swing and a miss on the first offering from Billings, 0-1. Billings trying to get out of some trouble. Both these runners won't count against his ERA should they score. But nonetheless, Crawdads want to win this game. 0-1 pitch. Hit high up in the air, shallow left field, going toward the foul line. It'll just dropped on the foul side of the line. 0-2 quickly on Lazul. He's had a good year. 6 extra base knocks, now 3 home runs on the year. And 3 home runs at this point in the year doesn't sound like a whole lot, but in a CCL North division that doesn't have a lot of big flies, that's a lot.
Absolutely, the league lead is 5.
Billings staring in from the stretch. Corners in, the 0-2. Fastball just barely inside, called the ball. Crawdads aren't happy with it. 1-2 on Lazul. 1 out in the top of the ninth, 5-5 ball game, runners on the corners. Billings, 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. A big second punch out of the inning for Micah Billings. And there's 2 outs in the top of the ninth as Lazul's down on a strike.
Billings really continuing to attack these Stompers hitters. He shows no fear on the hill here. Goes after Lazul with the fastball, then comes in with a hammer curveball to get the punch out.
So 2 outs, runners on the corners in inning number 9, top part of it, in fact. That'll bring up Connor Pawlowski. He was 0 for 3, reached on a walk and scored. Runners on the corners as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it off to the right side, out of play. 0-1. No action in the Crawdad bullpen. It's Billings inning to work with here in the top of the ninth. Stompers only with 6 hits. Crawdads have 9, but each team even at 5 runs. Billings set the 0-1, chopped foul on the left side. 0-2 as Billings will try to reach back for the K stuff again. Shepler would be next. He's on deck. 2 Ks in the inning already for Billings. He's done a good job, but the 2 errors have hurt the Crawdads. The 0-2 hit off the end of the bat into right field for a base hit. Here comes Handren. Hegeman into third, and it's 6-5 Stompers as it's runners on the corners, and that's an unearned run charged to Billings.
Really good piece of hitting from Connor Pawlowski. Goes out and away, flares it off the end of the bat the other way. I mean, that's not a bad pitch from Billings, trying to attack that low outside corner, but give credit to the catcher for the Stompers. He did a nice job.
A tough inning for the Crawdads. This inning should have been over. They gave up 2 errors, and they'll be thinking about that Cam Taylor dropped fly ball in right. First offering to Shepler. Call the ball, 1-0 inside. Shepler has had a good day. He's 1 for 3. Sacrifice fly and a single highlight his day. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Clisby, a foul tip. 1-1 on Shepler. Runners on the corners after the big RBI single from Pawlowski. He's over at first. Hegeman over at third. Billings coming set. The 1-1 pitch. High curveball taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. You'd never expect defense to be the demise of a Crawdads game, but nonetheless, that's possibly what could happen today. 2-1 in the dirt, fastball blocked by Clisby, but the runner, Pawlowski, will advance into second. And that takes away the force at second possibility. So now second and third, 3-1 count at the dish to Shepler. Crawdads just need 1 out to get to the bottom of the ninth. Trail 6-5 to Sonoma, now 7 hits. The 3-1 for Billings. High fastball, ball 4. I'll load the bases for Trent Keys. So Shepler walks. He's on base for the second time today. Pulowski on second and Hegeman on third for Trent Keys. Keys has an RBI single to his line. He's 1 for 4. Had that single in the 4th. Later left on base. Lefty hitter, righty pitcher. Crawdads just need that one out. They want to come back. Billings dishes a ball inside, 1-0. We mentioned the inning should have been over right now. An error by Cam Calvillo, an error by Cam Taylor. Keeping this inning alive for the Stompers. The 1-0 pitch. Hit hard on the right side over to Esquivel at second. It gets through his legs into right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes another. And now it's runners on the corners again for the Stompers. They pick up 2 more runs. It's officially an E4, and that's now 3 errors in the inning by the Crawdads defense as Hegeman and Pulowski come in to score.
Nightmare inning after Walnut Creek tied it up in the bottom of the 8th. You think you've got Billings, he's cruising, and then all of a sudden the defense just collapsing. Really rough one today.
E9, E5, E4 in the inning. Runners on the corners for Ben Sebastiani. Righty on righty matchup as he hits one hard over to short. DeFazio picks it up and he bobbles it. Throw to first. Not in time, and that's another error. Crawdads defenders taking turns making errors. Call that one an E6. Run comes in to score from third in the process. So it's now 9-5 Stompers with runners on first and second, 2 outs in the top of the 9th. That'll bring up Kieran Baker, the 9-hole left fielder, takes a strike from Billings, 0-1. Crawdads have 6 errors today, 4 of which in this inning. The 0-1 hit out of play on the right side, 0-2. This game once felt like a game the Crawdads were going to come back in. Now it's a pipe dream. Trail by 4. The 0-2 from Billings. Hit to straightaway center field. Johnson tracing it, and it's going to drop in front of him. Here comes Keys. He's going to score. Make it 10-5 Stompers. Runners on first and second here in the top of the 9th.
I mean, this inning just won't end for Walnut Creek. Absolute disaster class here in the top of the 9th. They had an opportunity to win this game, now down by 5.
That's 2 singles now for Baker. 2 RBIs for him as well, as the Stompers have officially batted around. Crawdads have action in their bullpen now, as it looks like Max Cohen warming up. Hyun Han, who started this inning, will dig in again. The righty hitter struck out against Billings in an inning that felt like it was going to go quick before the defense didn't perform for the Crawdads, as he takes a ball outside, fastball just off the plate, 1-0. Han has struck out 4 times today. He's been retired 5 times. 4 for 5 on the day. The 1-0, swing and a miss. 1-1 as Billings dishes of strike. Runners on first and second. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. The 1-1 in there for a strike. Han will have to choke up. He doesn't want to strike out for a 5th time. Billings with a 1-2 count on him. Billings also has 2 strikeouts in the inning. Those were both the outs. The 1-2, foul to the left side, out of play. You'd never really expect Han to have a day like this. He was hitting 250 coming into the year with only 3 strikeouts. He has more strikeouts today than he's had all season. The 1-2, breaking ball just a bit low. 2-2. Crawdads have a lot of work to do next half inning. They'll trail by 5. Stompers starting to add on more. Billings at the belt. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A day to forget for Han. He's struck out 5 times now. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning, but the Stompers put 5 runs on the board. They lead 10-5 here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back to Danville. Crawdads with some work to do. They trail 10-5 as we begin the bottom of the 9th inning after they gave up 5 runs last inning, all unearned to the line of Micah Billings, as the Crawdads committed 4 errors, all from different positions. But nonetheless, they have 3 outs to work with. It'll be 2-3-4 in the bottom of the 9th against the new pitcher, Brandon Leon. 20-year-old facing Clisby at first as he fouls one off to the right side, 0-1. The righty hitter Clisby has had a tough day. He's 0 for 4. The ground out in 3 flyouts. Second offering, fouled right side again, 0-2. Leon this year, 6 ERA in 4 games, 1 of those starts. First time facing the Crawdads. It's out of Modesto Junior College. The 0-2, jammed inside, he grounds it over to third. Schepler picks it up, throws to first in time for the first out of inning number 9, bottom part of it. Got to bring up Joey Donnelly with Crawdads down to their final 2 outs. Donnelly 1 for 2, 2 walks, a single, and a flyout. Lefty hitter facing off against Leon. Not in line for the save, but trying to get the Stompers in the win column. They've had a lot of offense these past 3 games. Donnelly swings first pitch, grounds to second base. Sebastiani picks it up, throws to first in time. 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. Stompers have scored double-digit runs their past 3 games now. Put up 17 apiece in the last 2, and now 10 today. So that's quick math for you. 44 runs these past 3 games. It's an average of about 11.5, 12. As final chance is Cam Calvillo. He takes a strike outer corner. He has 2 hits today, 2 for 4 day for him. The 0-1 in there for a strike. 77-mile-an-hour slider. Crawdads down to their final strike. It's Calvillo trying to keep this game alive. Crawdads trail by 5. The 0-2 pitch inside, nearly hit him on the kneecap. 1-2 on Calvillo. Crawdads and Stompers will be back in action tomorrow. Not all hope is lost. It's a 3-game series. The 1-2 to Calvillo. Hits a straightaway center field, drop for a base hit in front of Hegeman. Calvillo trots into first, and this game's still alive for the time being.
Yeah, Calvillo, the savior today for Walnut Creek, at least most of the day. 3 hits, 5 total. We'll see if it's the start of something or if this is the end.
Homered a few games ago as well. He's been a lot better lately for the Crawdads. So Leon out of the stretch now. Calvillo over at first as the lefty hitter Cam Taylor digs in. He's 0 for 4. First pitch to him. Inside, it gets to the backstop. Calvillo easily taking second on the wild pitch. And it's a 1-0 count on Taylor. That 9th inning will haunt the Crawdads when it's all said and done. Gave up 5 runs, all unearned, after errors from Calvillo, Cam Taylor, DeFazio, and Esquivel. Allowed the Stompers to add on. Billings, to his credit, struck out 3 guys that inning, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Crawdads are down to their final out.
And we're winning 10-5.
So it's a 1-0 count on Taylor after the quick meeting between Pulowski and Leon. Taylor readies up on the left side with Calvillo at second. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs.
They made 6 errors last inning.
The 0-1, this is the 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. Taylor expecting a lot more playing time as the depth on this team is thinned out a bit. Trying to establish himself in the order. The 1-1, hit the other way, foul left side, 1-2, and again, the Crawdads down to their final strike. Calvillo lingering at second. Taylor can get aboard, Leininger would be next. And what's been a frustrating day for this Crawdads team. Had a really good comeback. They were down 4-0 at one point. Tied up the game, it was 5-5, and then an eruption last inning made it 10-5 Stompers. The 1-2 to Taylor, hit the other way, left field, base hit. Calvillo around third, he's charging for home. The throw is not in time. Calvillo sliding in head first, and the Crawdads aren't dead yet. It's an RBI single from Cam Taylor, 10-6 ball game.
Great piece of hitting with 2 strikes and an even better base running from Cam Calvillo, a guy we know has speed, charging home, beats the throw out.
Both Cams working in unison, as that'll bring up Riley Leininger. 10-6 ball game. Taylor at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Leininger hit by a pitch in the 8th and scored. He scored the tying run for the Crawdads that inning to make it 5-5. Lefty hitter, righty pitcher Leon at the belt, fires as it's hit the other way, foul. Lifts it to the left side. 0-1 on Leininger. It's been a lot better for the Crawdads heading into the All-Star break. Raising his average quite a bit, now in the mid-200s. An All-Star for the first time. The 0-1, fastball outside corner, called a strike. 0-2 on Leininger. And again, Crawdads down to their final strike here in the bottom of the 9th. Leininger entering today had 3 of his last 4 games being multi-hit games. Leon at the chest, the 0-2 in the dirt, blocked by Pulowski, but Taylor's going to take second. It's another wild pitch here in the bottom of the 9th.
Crawdads will continue to capitalize so long as Leon dishes in the dirt.
So 1-2 now on Leininger. Taylor at second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Crawdads have 1 walk-off win this year, but they need a lot more work done to have that even be an idea here. Leon at the belt, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, that's the ball game. Leininger down on strikes for the 2nd time today. And the Crawdads fall here after the All-Star break. Final score 10-5. Crawdads with 6 runs, 11 hits. They committed 6 errors and didn't reach on any. Stompers, 10 runs, 8 hits. They didn't commit any errors. Didn't commit any errors, excuse me. And reached on 6. We'll be back in action tomorrow in Sonoma, 6 o'clock game from Arnold Field. That'll just about do it. 10-5 final. Charlie, any closing thoughts?
Defense has to be better tomorrow, Casey. This is a crucial series. Walnut Creek now 2 games back on the Sonoma Stompers. They have to win out these next 2 games. They have to take care of business in the rest of the North Division. You're going to have to reflect, come back stronger tomorrow. It was all fine until that 9th inning. We'll see how they go from here, Casey. That's all about all I've got.
I think we were thinking the same thing, but that'll just about do it. Kasey Kazliner, Charlie Limoncelli, we thank you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow here on the Crawdad Streaming Network.